Hi, I'm Meg. I'm taking on projects that I once doubted I was capable of.
Oh?
Learning new skills and overcoming the challenges that come my way.
Oh my god! Come on! Again!
I may not be perfect, and I sure do make mistakes,
Ah!
but I'm determined to get the project done.
And we're gonna have very low expectations, and we're going to love it. That does not sound good. Okay, well honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Hey guys, welcome back to my garage. Today we're gonna be detailing my car and applying window tint to my rear windows because whenever I drive at night and there's a truck behind me, I can't see a thing. So we're gonna head to the store and get some supplies before we get into this. Let's go. Okay, so our first stop today is going to the dollar store and we're gonna try and find some supplies for our cleaning project. Okay, let's go inside. Exciting.
So, as always, before diving into this project, I did a bunch of research. And it really seems like you need the proper tools. Little brushes, microfiber cloths, and a bunch of other random things. But I didn't want to spend a fortune, so I opted for the dollar store because it's filled with random things. The perfect place to start my hunt.
Okay, well they didn't have the car cleaning products at the dollar store, which I kind of figured. So we're gonna head over to Walmart and get the rest of the supplies that I need.
One more brush couldn't hurt.
Okay, I think we got everything we need. Let's go clean this car. I don't know if the camera picked up the sound when I was driving in, but those are the studs. Okay, let's take a look inside the car and see what we're working with here. We've got some dirt to deal with. Stuff on the doors, receipts on the floor, got a travel mug, a granola bar, and then this is actually a receipt that got wet and is now stuck to my seat. So we'll have to try and get that off. Nothing too crazy really, but then if you look back here, the seats are incredibly dirty because, well, when you have a dog, everything gets dirty. But the dog did not do this. That is me. So we've got to get rid of all the stuff that I've been neglecting to clean out of my car. We still got the glass casserole dish and the booster pack from my last few videos. And I don't know why I have two snow brushes in here, but got some more dog towels. Let's look in the trunk. Oh, nice. I have just enough room. Well, the trunk is not much better. We've got some milk crates, a little bit of windshield washer fluid, some bags, a bunch of other stuff. More granola bars, an emergency jacket. Everything's just gotta get cleaned out. How old this is. Diesel injector cleaner? I'm gonna throw that out. I wonder what year this is from. Looks like it's from the 90s. So I put this fan on in the summer because my air conditioning wasn't working. And I just kind of left it on because, well, this is part of the reason. I felt like I was always breaking it when I took it off, but I think it's just, oh, yeah, suctioned.
While I'm cleaning my car, I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you to everyone for all the support on my videos. It's honestly been blowing me away with how fast the channel is growing, and that's all thanks to you guys. Showing up each week to watch my videos, liking and commenting really does have a huge impact. This video is a little different than my fix-it projects. However, I have a lot more of those in the coming weeks. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments if there's any other projects you'd like to see me attempt. You may be thinking the bathtub is a weird place to clean your floor mats, and you're totally right. But when you live in a townhouse and it's the middle of winter, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so I think we did all the vacuuming, and now I'm just gonna clean up the leather. We've got our leather wipes. What's this? How do you open this? Oh, whoa! I didn't know there were cup holders back here. It's not like I sit back here very often. My headliner is starting to separate. And it's starting to come apart here. So I'll have to take care of that at some point very soon. Otherwise all of this is gonna start peeling off. Oh, I just opened my gas cap. My shifter boot is very worn, so I think I will try and replace that soon. So here is the receipt residue from when I had a wet receipt on my seat, and I haven't been able to get it off, so I'm hoping these leather wipes will take it off. Oh, good. There we go. So we're nearly done here. All I have left to do is clean the glass and shampoo the carpets. We want to make sure there is no dust and especially no dog hair anywhere in this car before we go to tint it. Unfortunately, I didn't budget near enough time to do this car detail, so I'll have to do the tint in the morning, but at least the car will be sparkling clean and we'll be ready to install that tint first thing. This mirror was something I bought off Amazon because the stock mirror is so tiny I can't see anything in it. So I ended up getting a very large rear view mirror and it works great. So we're gonna clean these windows, but I am going to re-clean them right before I put the tint on. Just because there's always dust in the air, no matter how hard we try to keep everything clean. In my province in Canada, I'm not sure if it's the same case across Canada, but you're not allowed to tint your front window or windshield. Only the rear door windows and the rear car window. So we're only gonna be doing these ones and the back one, but it's important to get the entire car clean so that we don't have any dust or dog hair anywhere in the car. Oh, oops. Break that? No, that must just go on. Kind of. So when I was watching some YouTube videos on how to tint the sedan, a lot of people said it was a lot harder than you'd think and strongly suggested paying someone, a professional, to do it. Mainly because it just doesn't look very good if you try to do it yourself. You get a lot of air bubbles, the cuts don't look very clean, and a lot of people have their tint falling off pretty quickly after installation when they do it themselves. I think we're ready to use the wet vac. So these wheel wells can get pretty stinky after a cold, wet winter. Really nice to be able to use a wet vac and get out all that dirt and grit and nasty smell, make it nice and fresh again. So the cleaning part is done. We're gonna leave the car in the heated garage overnight with all the windows down. That way, if there's any residual moisture left in the vehicle, it'll evaporate and won't get trapped in the car. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning, we're back, and today I'm going to be applying the window tint to my Jetta. So last night I spent some time watching some videos on proper application techniques, and a lot of the videos suggested to wash the exterior of your vehicle before getting into this. We're going to be actually prepping the tint on the exterior of the vehicle before we apply it to the insides of the windows. So because my car hasn't had a bath in several months, I'm going to pre-scrub the window sills just with some soapy water before we take it to the car wash. That way I can get off any of that caked on residue, because sometimes the touchless car washes don't really do an excellent job at getting everything off. So we're going to do that, and then we'll head to the car wash. That is just off the passenger rear window. Oh yeah, that's good.
I kind of always get scared in these auto car washes. Okay, there, stop. Okay. Alright. Oh! Oh no! My gas cap is open.
Oh, I just opened my gas cap.
I feel like it never really does a good job at drying it. Oh no! Oh no! No! I think it broke it! Oh shoot. That's another thing I'm gonna fix. Alright, let's head back. Get this window tint installed.
So we're gonna look inside my little kit that I have. I have the spray bottle with some Dawn dish soap and water. Then we've got this squeegee, and it's kind of like a hard rubbery plastic. We've got this little kind of soft, flexible plastic tool, and I think that's for like poking down the tint into the crevices. Oh, here's a Olfa blade, or like a X-Acto knife with, I think it's a stainless steel blade so you don't scratch the glass. Doesn't come with instructions, so we're gonna wing it. This is a felt squeegee. Okay, so we'll put all those back in there to keep them clean. For now, these ones can stay there. Let's look at our tint. Okay, here is the tint box. This. So, here is our window tint. So I bought 2 rolls because, well, I don't know how many mistakes I'm gonna make, and I don't want to run out of material. So this is the Jetta Heat Shield Window Tint. It's 20%, so there's different levels of tint, I think between 5% and 35%, 5% being the darkest and 35% being lighter. So I got the middle one, that's what's legal here. I think it's different in every province. So let's pull this out and see what we're working with. So I'm not gonna pull it completely out because I wanna keep it as dust-free as possible. There's supposed to be like a protective film on one side, I think. Use 2 pieces of transparent tape to separate film from liner. Okay, so I'm gonna need tape. Sweet. Seems pretty straightforward. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so here's our tint. And there's a little bit of imperfections here. So I'm just gonna trim off this first kind of 4 inches or so. Nice sharp blade. It's kind of tricky to hold. Oh God. I hope I didn't just stab through there. That wasn't bad.
not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about this. I think I'm just gonna measure it up against the car because it's kind of hard to work with in a roll like this.
Okay, so we've got a nice clean car. I'm going to wet down both windows with some soapy water, and then we'll bring out the tint. Okay, so this material is kind of hard to cut, so I'm actually just going to try and stick it to the window and cut it with some overlap that way, because it's kind of hard to hold and cut it. I'm going to use the factory edge at the bottom here. Okay. Just... What's the best way to cut this? There. Okay, well that is a very not straight line, but we got step one done. I'm gonna put one microfiber cloth because they're super soft. I'm just gonna put it in the bottom, and that is gonna be my dedicated blade microfiber cloth, just to keep it from getting damaged. So the first thing we wanna do is line up this bottom edge so that it's about 1/4 inch from the bottom. We just want some overlap. Press it down and out. And we want to start by trimming the smaller of the sides, which is this side. So now we're just going to trim this edge. Fill that up. I'm not really happy with that edge. So what I'm gonna do, you know what? Because that's gonna go in. So we're just gonna clean it. We're gonna, let's see. We're moving over this way a little bit. Just over slightly. And I'm just going to clean up this edge a little bit. Okay, there. And then we want to shift it over and overlap it by like 1/4 inch or so over here. Yeah, okay, like that. We gotta make sure we're still in line, which was right there. I think this is the part you just want to take your time with. So we're going to crease all the way down. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to roll the window down by like 2 inches so that we can get the top edge kind of sort of lined up. So let's get the key. Turn the key on. We're gonna hold this up. Just gonna roll it down. Oh God, don't go too far. How much do we have there? Yeah, that's all right. Good. Yeah. You chill there. So that's obviously come down with it. So we're gonna trim it where it is. Because this is just Dawn dish soap, I'm not worried about it getting in the car. And I'm not getting it perfect because obviously this has the protective film on it, so it is gonna bubble up in what they call fingers. Those little like fingers, I guess. So basically we're just getting it to a point where I can cut this top edge nicely. Yeah, these little things. We call them fingers. Now let's try and cut along this edge then.
too shabby.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is open the door and clean the inside of the window for its final clean. I'm gonna use a scour brush, a non-scratching scour brush, and just use some soapy water and just make sure there's no residue left on the window from the inside. And then, yeah, we'll apply this in there. Clean the inside. Pretty good. So now I'm just gonna get a microfiber cloth and wipe this clean. Now let's just get a flashlight and make sure there's no more lint or dust on there. This almost feels like a baby blanket. It's like ultra, ultra soft.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, let's try that. Put this in the car because it's nice and clean in there. All I have to do is wet down the inside and transfer it over to the inside. Peel this off. And this goes right on here.
Line it up with the top. Oh, right, I see. Okay, so this is where our overlap is going to come into play. Oh yeah, what am I doing? I gotta peel off the backing first. The backing is on the back of this. I'm getting this covered. Dry off a little portion here. And some tape. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Try again. We're gonna try one corner first. Okay. Okay, this is not working very well. Oh god. Okay, not very graceful, but progress. Ah! Oh god. We're gonna peel the rest of this backing down so that we get the rest of this kind of lined up as best we can here. Peel this down. We want our little tool. Let's see. Oh god, oh my god, oh my god. Just slipping and sliding everywhere. Okay, we like that. We like that spot. I wonder if I left a little bit too much. Working from the middle to the outside. Oh no, there's a crease. Or is that a hair? Why are there so many creases? Those are big creases. Do we care? Maybe? I don't know. We'll keep going for a second here. Okay, we definitely don't want to press too hard with that thing. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to worry about those little creases. Overall, this is going okay. Yeah, I'm liking this felt squeegee. Seems to be working really well for me.
Okay, let's try and roll the window up a little bit and get the rest of the bottom installed. Ah! Okay. I didn't like that.
Okay. Okay, it's actually not that bad. Okay, let's try and put the window all the way up now. Going up. Okay, doesn't sound as bad as that. Now, the real question is, how much excess is left over here? Apparently, the German cars have not a lot of room for extra vinyl. And I think I had this too much. What we're gonna do is do a little trim. So I don't want to cut directly on the things. What can I use? A piece of cardboard or something? We're gonna use this as our cutting surface. We're just gonna cut off a little bit. Oh, you're kidding me. No! No! I should have cut off way less. Why did I do that? I cut way too much off, so now there's a giant gap. I forgot that when you cut on a curve, I should have only cut like this much off, but I instead cut like an inch off, and now I gotta start over. So... well, that's highly unfortunate. Always start slow. Don't cut more than you think. All right, back to the outside. So, window is up. You always need one practice go at it, right? And that is why we bought 2 boxes. Lining up nicely. Oh, nice huge crease. Great. Oh well. Let's peel the rest of this back and off. We just gotta trim the excess. We just gotta do it a little bit better this time. Oh, I'm so scared of this. I don't want to have to redo this again. We'll just do tiny little bits at a time. Let's get some more water on it and try and press that in. Yeah, it's still bubbling up. I'm gonna get scissors. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if that made it worse or made it better. I think it made it better. That was such a good call. Stuck to the outside. Could have left it a hair longer, but it's better than it was before. This is not easy. Holy moly. Is she perfect? Heck no. Is she darker? Heck yeah. Will it roll up and down? We don't know yet. So what we're gonna do is make sure this is all nice and tightly bonded to the window before we try moving it up and down. Oh, come on. So we're moving from the middle to the outsides. Apparently what we're supposed to do. Definitely got a couple specks of dust under there. There, you can kind of see it there. A couple specks of dust trapped underneath, but hey, overall, I think it's looking pretty good. There's our big crease. Yeah, you can see the difference. Okay, well, honestly, it doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna leave this side for a bit just to cure up, I guess, after using some heat on it. We'll go do the other side and then we'll come back and we'll lower the window. Look at this all soapy. So we're gonna try not waste a bunch of product because now I am running a little bit low to do the back and these little windows. So we're gonna do our best to get this right on the first go. So we want to do the small edge first. So we're gonna increase that. We've got full coverage. I think we're just in the clear. I cut it very, 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 very close. Maybe we're okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna put a fresh blade on. This one seems to be getting a little dull. And I'd rather use a sharp blade and get this done properly. Let's try and lower this window. I wonder, I need like a piece of, oh I know, I'll trim some of that off the top. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, what I'm thinking is put some of this underneath to help guide it down and get caught. Okay, let's lower the window. No! You know what? We're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna... After all that, what we're gonna do is get a microfiber cloth, just clean this off. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, people online were right. This is way trickier than it seems. Okay. Are you big enough for that? No, you're garbage. All right, stay there. Put it in there for a second. Tape. There it is. How is there more dust now? Probably because the vinyl dropped on the floor. Now I think we can roll the window up. Let's pray we have enough material. What? No! Come on! Oh, not again! No! Are you kidding me? Fail. rather than wasting this piece, we're just gonna try and reuse this piece for this window. Remember that. Ah, no. We're just gonna go for it. Because you know what? I'm at that point where I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, I ripped it. That's garbage. Oh! It's going this way. There. Okay. Save this for the other side. This. No, that's still too much. Time to get the scissors out. Got it. Ah! No! That's as good as that's gonna get. So, let's go back and finish this window. Okay, the window is all the way up. We're gonna give ourselves lots of room. Smooth this out. Okay. Overhang it. Lots of room at the bottom. Drop down. No. Don't you fall. No. Stay there for a second. Stay there. We need that. That's what we need. I'm just not using my head. Nope. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Oh, no. No. Ah! Ah! Now, we trim. Lots of things. Do it again. Clean-ish cloth. And bring this. Okay, people who do window tint deserve every penny they're charging. Let's raise this window up very carefully. This is the part where I gotta trim some off. Still gotta trim more. Okay. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Oh. Oh my god. I think we got it. There we go. Okay. We're calling that one done. Let's go finish that other little window. corner. Don't mess with me now. There it is. Okay. Cut you away. I have no idea if that worked or not. You know what? I'm not mad about it. I think it's pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at our work here. So not too bad, to be honest, considering this was so much harder than it probably looks and what I thought. So that's the driver's side. One small little bubble there, a couple little bubbles there. And here is the passenger side. So quite a big difference. All right, well, we're done the rear doors. Unfortunately, I am completely out of more tint or vinyl, so I can't do the rear window. So I've ordered another box that should arrive in a few days, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It definitely could have gone a bit better, but hey, that's how you learn these things. So fingers crossed the rear window will go a little more smoothly now that I have some experience, but I won't hold my breath. I'm thinking I'm gonna leave the windows up for whatever, the next few days, because we've used a lot of soapy water and heat, and I don't wanna risk them buckling if I lower it tonight. So I'm gonna leave it to set up and cure, if that's even a thing. And then we will lower it when I get the other box of vinyl to finish up the rear. So for now, good night. Okay, we're back. It's a few days later and my extra vinyl just arrived. So I ended up ordering 2 boxes of tint because how the other day went, I used up a lot. So you can never have too much and I can always return a box if need be. But before I get into it, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the kind words and the comments on my last week's video. It really means a lot and I'm stoked to finish this one up and I hope you guys enjoy it. So we're gonna start by cleaning off this back window because I did have to pull the car out to use it the other day, so it did go outside. So I'm gonna re-clean this outside window really quick, and then we will start prepping for the tint. So we've got our soapy water, let's give it a good clean. Got a bug trapped in my rear window here. I need to get that out. Okay, so the one thing about the interior of the car is that there's this kind of a valance thing that's in the way of me being able to put the tint all the way up to the top. So I think I'm gonna try and remove this, but I need something plastic because I can't quite get my nails underneath there, or maybe I can. I'll put the camera down. I don't want to break this. And apparently it just pops. Oh, speaking of pop, there it is. Okay, they're just little clips. Ah! That did not sound good. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, they're just little clips. Okay, not too bad. Put that there. Okay, now how do we get this little bug out of there? We've got a little, this is another one of my tools that I picked up at the dollar store. It's like a makeup tool, but it's soft rubber. I'm gonna try and pull out that dead bug from inside the light. I'll shove that up there. I just have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh, it's not quite reaching him. I wonder if I can wedge this underneath and use my blower to get it out. Put that under there. No. think it's coming apart in pieces. Oh, it's right there now. There. You've been dead for a long time. Let's get you out of there. Okay, well, let's open up this box. Alright, good. 2 boxes of 20%. Put those over there. And I'm gonna start with a fresh blade. So, oh yeah, and the other thing, I started editing on this video and I realized I didn't use the scrubby on the, what was it, passenger side? Yeah, the passenger side for the door window. So I'm gonna use this on the inside of the rear window. I'm sure I got the other door, the passenger door clean, but this is just good practice. It's what they recommend. So we'll make sure we do that for this rear window. There we go. I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty tricky to apply to. I'm gonna flip these seats down and stick my legs into the trunk. See if that'll give me a better angle. Let's see. Yeah, I think this might be the play. Move these headrests further to the back. Super nice that this car has so much room because I can literally fit inside it. Gotta love Jettas. Flip that down like that.
Okay, so just how we did before, I'm gonna spray soapy water all over the rear window, and then we'll bring out the vinyl and measure it up. Even though I have 2 boxes, I still wanna be very, very careful with the amount of product I'm using. So I'm gonna leave some extra on both sides. When I ordered this roll, I knew that the size of the roll wasn't gonna completely cover this rear brake light. I could have ordered a larger or a taller roll, but it was about double the price. And it doesn't really matter to me if that light's covered. As long as I have a straight line there, it'll still look really clean. It won't look like there's a giant gap. It'll look fine. Okay, right the way across. Get this paper out of there. I think I've got it pretty well lined up how I want it. It's not quite big enough, and I thought it would be because when I measured it with the other roll, I measured it here and it was fine, but I didn't really accommodate for the curve of the window this way. So I'm just gonna keep going with it how it is. I don't think it's gonna be an issue, fingers crossed. I realized that it might make it a little bit easier if I remove the rear brake light because it's kind of in the way of where the vinyl is gonna slip in. And if I can do anything to make this process easier on myself, I will. So I'm gonna pop inside and remove that brake light.
So let's take this light off. How do you come off? Maybe it'd be easier to take this off first. I don't know. Oh, there. Okay, you just slide it forward. A little bit at a time. That's what I've learned through these projects is do a little bit on each side at a time. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, okay. There. Now I have easier access to this. I wonder if I can like tape it to that. There's an idea. Let's get some green tape. I've got some green tape. Let's try and tape this up to the light. How do we think that's gonna do? There, okay. Let's do that.
So I'm pretty happy with my placement. Now I'm just going to take my time and really mold this into its proper shape. So we need some more soapy water and we need our squeegee. So definitely got enough overlap on this side. Lots of overlap there. I've learned the key with this one is not to press hard and to use lots of soapy water. So we got the soapy water part. We're gonna start from the middle and work our way outwards. Already creasing. How is that, like, how do you avoid that? I just don't know. It's a rounded surface. This is gonna crease like crazy. What other tools do we have? Where are you? This doesn't have any stretch to it. So I guess we'll just have to like heat it. I was really liking my felt squeegee, so I might try and use that because it's really nice and soft. And so far it hasn't had any issues creating creases, so I'm gonna go with that. And we're gonna start, there was discrepancies online. Some people said definitely start from the middle and work your way out. Other people said definitely don't start from the middle, start from the sides and move like a printer all the way down. I don't know which way is the best way. So I might just work from one corner. Okay, let's hope for the best. It's just doing the same thing. I'm just still getting fingers. Okay, I'm gonna go do more research. Okay, so I went and looked up some more tips, and very dependent on the curvature of your back window. I think mine is slightly more curved than the other videos I've been watching previously. If I start from this side, it's going to get lopsided and bunch up, so I don't like the approach of starting from this side. That could be a mistake, but the last couple videos I watched, they were all starting from the middle. They were using a little bit more heat than what I just tried, and they were kind of letting the vinyl shrink up, like crinkle wrap or shrink wrap, whatever it's called. I actually have to let the vinyl kind of form to the glass itself. So, if I heat it too much, I'm gonna completely wreck this, but I think it ultimately, if I do it correctly, it will actually fix a lot of these fingers that I'm getting. So let's try that. Should I trim that? Maybe I should trim that too. I'm just looking at this, maybe that's gonna cause air pockets. I'm getting flashbacks of the other day, but I really think if I don't do this, I'm gonna run into issues with those bubbles. Okay, I think that might help. I think that was a good idea. Do the same thing to this side. We know it's laid in a good spot there. Start small. We can cut off more after. A little bit more just to the body of the car. The tips online said to wiggle the heat source, so in my case the hairdryer, around quite a bit so there's never any hot spots. Why are you tripping the breaker? Ah! This is gonna be super annoying if this keeps tripping the breaker the whole time. I gotta figure this out. Okay, now I've got a better hairdryer extension. Let's keep going. Oh, well, guess I tripped the breaker. Where's a light? There we go. Let's reassess. Again? Oh God. Okay, we need to figure this out. Otherwise, this is going to be a very slow process. Oh my God. Come on. Okay, I'm just not going to run a heater. Like maybe it's the film that's making it crease, because like I can't get any of these fingers out. This is looking terrible.
We're getting all these fingers everywhere. We're getting big creases, more fingers, more giant fingers up there and there, an absolutely enormous crease up there. I don't think this is getting any better. And I'm wondering if the protective film has something to do with it and it's not allowing the vinyl to actually stretch the way it's supposed to. So flip it inside and we're going to apply it and we're going to have very low expectations and we're going to love it. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to cut around that. Should I cut that from the outside or the inside? I think it's going to be easier to cut it from the outside. Let's do that. What's that? Come up here. If I sit on this, are you going to get dented? Maybe. This is going to be easier than trying to cut it inside. I'm just following that edge to kind of trace the inside. Okay. Let's peel this off. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So let's just try and lay it down first. Only had a little bit more headroom. Let's try it like that. Maybe if I sit up here. Try one corner first. And we want to line it up. Oh God. Might be easier if all of this is peeled back a little bit. Ah. Okay. A little soapy. All right. Let's try to line this up. Now, how on earth are we going to peel the rest of this backing away? Yeah, we're just gonna peel this off. This is getting crazy. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Ah! All right. Let's go take a look from the outside and see how it looks. Whew. Okay. You know, could be worse. Okay, we've got our felt squeegees and our little pokey tool. I'm not going to use that rubber one, this one, because this one seems terrible for creasing. Or, I should say, it does a really good job at creasing. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use my felt squeegees. Let's try this. Start from the middle and work our way to the edges. Gently move everything to where it needs to go. Get it right in the crease there. This is a really ugly line. I'm trying to just cut along the edge of this part of the interior flat side down so that I don't cut away too much. There, okay. Aha. Okay. Maybe we're getting somewhere. This lower part is just looking terrible. Okay, we got the hairdryer. We're gonna try with this. Well, the goal here was to have tint. Oh, I just ripped a hole in it. Well, there you go. As I'm saying that. Right there. Little tiny hole. That's okay. At least our goal was not for it to necessarily just look pretty. It was to block out the blinding lights from trucks behind me, which I think it is gonna do. So that part is a win, despite it looking less than ideal. I think unfortunately some of these fingers are just a little too big to smooth out. It doesn't look very good. Okay, so there's lots of fingers and creases at the bottom. It definitely looks better on camera, which is great. Maybe you can see it better from the outside. Yeah. So unfortunately, I couldn't get any more of these fingers or creases out. But up here, it doesn't look half bad. Let's get this back on. There we go. Like this. Okay. Well, it'll be what it is. At least the car is nice and clean. This side. And this. Oh. There we go.
Okay, well, I'm all done. I can't get this to look any better, so I'm gonna call it before I make a mistake or ruin it or tear it. The top doesn't look too bad, but the bottom looks awful. We have a ton of fingers, bubbles, and creases, and I'm a little disappointed with how this turned out. But it is darker. So that's a huge win. This was a huge pain in the butt, and I don't think I will ever try doing this again. The last thing we gotta do is try rolling down these door windows, and I'm a little nervous because if these buckle, I'm just gonna feel so defeated. So I'm really keeping my fingers and toes crossed that they'll at least go down and they won't buckle or peel up completely. So I'm gonna jump in the car and we're gonna lower these down. Okay, we're gonna try the driver's side rear window first. Here goes nothing. Oh! Okay.
I can't believe that, honestly. Okay, let's try the other side. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Well, that side definitely didn't sound as good. Ooh. So you can see here, it's buckled a little bit in the corner. So I think I'm just gonna trim that very lightly. And I think it'll go down a little bit better. Trim that little guy out of there. There's that little piece. That should take care of the issue. Let's try it again. Ah, that does not sound good. I mean, it goes up and down, and it stays on. But it sounds terrible. As much as it sounds terrible, it's staying on. So that's a win in my books. And I am not gonna peel that up. So let's be done. So I forgot to record it, but I ended up being able to fix this gas cap cover really easily. All I did was pull on the gas cap latch again and tried closing this cover, and it closed right away. So it's fixed. Yeah. Okay, well, we have a beautiful, clean car. Everything looks so nice in here. And we've got tint on the windows. We've got our rear window with all its beautiful imperfections. Okay, we're gonna go for a quick night drive to see how this tint works out. Yay, I'm so happy. I'm not getting blinded anymore. Despite it looking pretty ugly out back there, I am happy that it made it darker and that I am no longer blind by big trucks behind me. We got a win there. All right, we're all done. Honestly, this was one of the more challenging projects I've taken on. And it wasn't one that I was expecting to be challenging. I truly think tinting your car is better left to the professionals. I hope you enjoyed this project regardless of all the failures and the hiccups, and I will see you next week for another project. Good night.